Hi everyone, welcome back to Unreal with Usman. In this video, I will show you how to create a realistic fall damage in Unreal Engine 5. I will show you the easiest and simplest way to implement this system. As you can see, when I jump from a specific height, I will get a small amount of the damage, and if I will go and jump from the higher platform, I will get a greater amount of the damage, and if I will go and jump from the maximum amount of the height, I will get a maximum amount of the damage. So let's build this system from scratch. As you can see, I am in a default Unreal Engine 12% character template, and I simply search for my default pawn class. And on here, I search an event called event on landed, because event on landed triggers exactly when the character hits the ground after the falling or jumping. Then after event on landed, I simply search for get velocity and break my velocity vector and get my z vector and multiply it by -1. Why I multiply with -1? Because I want my values come in a positive number. Then I simply search for the print string and connect to this pin. Now let's see when what values we get when we jump from the specific height. Now when I jump from this height, I can get a value of the 991, and when I get jump from the higher platform, I will get a value around about 1243, and when I jump from the maximum amount of the height, I will get a value of 1528. So the values come between the 900 to the 1500. So let's implement these values. Go back to my BP12% character class, and I think I create a function so the code look nicer and clean, called fall damage. I get my code and paste here. After that, I search a node called clamp range map range clamped, and as our values come between the range of 900 to 1500, so I put a value between 900 to 1500, and I want my damage come between 0 to the 100, so I put my outrange A to 0 and outrange B to the 100. Why I choose map range clamped? Because it converts the raw speed into the scale damage value. Like if my input between 900 to 1500 fall speed, then the output range becomes 0 to 100 means damage point. Ensure the small falls into a little damage while the high falls into the maximum amount of the damage. And on here I create a variable. I already have a variable called health, and I set its value to the 100. Then I simply get my health variable and subtract subtract these values, and then update my health, set health values, and simply, so this is our fall damage function. Now I compile it, and on event landed, I simply connect my fall damage function, compile it, save it. We also need a progress bar to show our damage amount, so I go and simply create a folder called widgets. On here I create a widget blueprint of user interface called WBP damage. On here I simply search for the canvas panel, and then I search for the progress bar, drop on the canvas panel, set its anchor point to, and set it position Y and positions X. Set it color Now compile it, and for the person I create a binding. On binding I simply search for the get player character, pass to bp third person character, get my health value variable divided by 100, and then simply plug it to the return value. Now I compile it, save it. Now go in my VP third person character and simply search for the event begin play, and on event begin play I create a widget called WBP damage and add to viewport. Now compile it, save it, and now test it. Now as you can see, when I go and jump from this height, I will get a little amount of the damage, and when I go and jump from higher platform, I will get a greater amount of the damage. I fill my progress bar again, and now I will jump from a maximum amount of the height, and I will get a maximum amount of the damage. So that's all for this tutorial. If it helps you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more Unreal Engine content. And if you have any question, feel free to ask me in the comment section. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.